making another video about a whole bunch of other stories, but I'm putting that on hold tonight because Chicago, the city of Chicago, has just had a big loss tonight. A guy who I made known on my channel about a year ago, Terry Barry from Cwn World, has been shot and killed over on 70th and Chappelle. Another guy who was with him, a guy from Jaro City, I'm not sure his government name. He is in critical condition, but is not dead yet, but TB didn't make it. I'm posting this video to both of my channels, you know what I'm saying, Info Underground and Chicago World News. For any of you guys who were looking for the main 4CG story, that's on my other channel, Info Underground. But this video I just want to devote to this one thing because this is a guy that I had personal beef with, okay? For those of you guys who are new to my channel and don't know who TB was, well, I'll take it back to the beginning of how I first learned about him. So it was about a year ago, and I met a shorty on the south side, a shorty about 17 years old, who asked me to make a case update on Wooski, a guy named Wooski from STL, and this is when Wooski was still locked up. He wanted to know what was going on with Wooski's case. He started telling me a lot of information himself, and he started saying, you know, Wooski was one of STL's top shooters, and he said, but he's locked up right now. And I said, you know, during the course of the conversation, I said, so who's STL, EBT, all those neighborhoods? I said, who's their top shooter who's on the street right now? And he said, well, I think the guy who's the top shooter right now is probably this guy named TB. And that was the first time that I had ever heard TB's name. This is about a year and a half ago. I asked him a little bit about TB, and he told me that he knew TB personally, actually, and, you know, told me about some of TB's other homies. So I started asking around to different people and, you know, got some information about him. And, you know, from what I was hearing, this was when T-Roy was still alive. T-Roy from O-Block was still alive. But from what I was hearing, this TB guy had a really big street reputation. A guy who, you know, was known for actually doing hits and stuff. And what I had heard was that he was responsible for some of the more high-profile murders. And so I did a video about 3 or 4 months after that about K.I.'s brother. Okay, K.I.'s brother is a different guy. His street name is G.I. Joe. The video, Meet K.I.'s brother and the killers of Cwn World. After I had spent a couple of months getting information on these guys, talking to different people, and in the course of this video, I named TB as one of Cwn World's top shooters. You know, the video, this was the first video that I really did where I was name dropping about actual hits. Okay, I had named gangs that were into it, gangs that were responsible for hits in previous videos, but that was the first video that I did that was really controversial because I was actually naming guys who had done certain stuff and getting very specific about what they had done, where, why, all that stuff. And so I didn't know what kind of reaction I was going to get to that video. I thought I was going to lose all my subscribers. I thought all my friends were going to bail on me. I thought everybody that I hung out with was going to stop being cool with me. I mean, I expected a huge backlash from that kind of video because it